Hello, welcome back. In the coming series of classes, we are going to deal with duplicate values. What is a duplicate record? A duplicate record is an identical data entry that exists more than once within a dataset. But look at it from this other perspective. Sometimes duplicate values doesn't mean they are identical. For example, at one place you can call me Galm Dida, and at the other place you can call me Dida Galm, referring to the same person. So here, what we are looking at is not the exact items that have been captured. We are referring to the same person, the same entity, the same observation, the same transaction that is occurring. So it is not about the same record. So I want you to get that part very clearly. For example, if at one place you're calling me Galm Dida and at the other place you're calling me Dida Galm, the same person, but now this is still a duplicate. How do you identify this duplicate in your data set? This can't be as easy as if you have given me the same name. So it is more advanced than what you think as duplicate. All right. At a time, you might need a very vast, robust, and strong system to identify such duplicates. But within these classes, we are going to deal with the simple duplicate that you think of. The duplicate that the names are similar, or maybe customer IDs are similar, or product IDs are similar. So those are the ones that we are dealing in. But again, you have to think it widely for the one that I've described. The same person given the same name, different names, and appear twice, referring to the same person. How can you deal with that? That is a big challenge for you. But again, let's deal with the simpler challenge for now. Again, is duplicate wrong? Duplicate is wrong, of course. But at a time, you might see duplicate appears, and not by mistake. For example, if I have done transaction with my bank account twice or thrice, the same person doing a transaction of 10 shillings, identical, at the same counter, that is not a duplicate. Because I can transact 10 shillings 10 times a day. But maybe in that case, what you have to check is the time of transaction. I cannot transact 10 shillings at the same time at the same counter. That might not work. But having my name appearing in transaction tables 100 times in a day is not a mistake. So in that case, the table that you are checking for duplicates should be different. For example, we have two types of table, just to understand. Myself going out of the topic, in fact, we have data table, or what we call fact tables. These are the tables in the data that contains transactions, just from the term. If you are making transaction with the bank account, the table that contains your transaction, where we can allow now yourself to have more than 2 rows or more than 1 rows, in that case, that is a data table, and it is okay for you to have such transactions. We have another table that we have is the table that we call lookup table, and sometimes we call them dimension tables, or we can even call them information tables. This is now the table that we do not allow duplicates. We don't allow Dida to appear twice in this table. Again, apart from data or fact tables that allows the name or some values to appear more than once, we can have another situation where duplication is not wrong. For example, if I'm taking a survey on kids in marginalized areas and the improvement since introduction of some treatment, I can measure the same kid more than once. For example, I measure at the start of introduction to the intervention, then after 6 months, again I measure. So having this duplicate is still not wrong. So where the duplicate is being wrong applies to the table that you are dealing with. Is it data table or the ones that we have called fact table, or are we looking at lookup table or the table that we have also called information or dimension tables? So getting this information clear will set pace for us of what we are expected while dealing with duplicates. In our next class, we are going to look at reason why we have duplicates in our data sets. Thank you and enjoy learning.